Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're watching a video about a woman who purposely blinds herself. You know how most people have perfectly good eyes? This woman literally tries to ruin her eyesight.
For most people, going blind would be a nightmare, but for Jewel Shooping, it was the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
Okay, that's a bit weird. It's just a thing where she purposely wants to ruin herself. There are disorders out there that will literally have people hurt themselves just because they want to hurt themselves for no reason.
She suffers from a rare condition called body integrity identity disorder, which led her to deliberately take her own sight.
Okay, so yeah, she does have a problem with herself that she makes herself not want to see and hurt herself. It's quite sad that people have that. Oh god, I don't know how to feel about it. You know, I kind of feel bad for her, but it's how did it get so bad where she actually started to make herself blind? Did she not have people around her that could have stopped her?
When there's nobody around you that feels the same way, you start to think that you're just very crazy. I don't think I'm crazy. I think I have a disorder.
I mean, yeah, you do have a disorder, but even looking at your eyes, ouch, that looks painful. She had perfectly good eyes, and for some reason she's ruined them. Obviously there is a reason because she's got this disorder. How did she do it? Did she put bleach in her eyes?
BIID means that you have a need to be disabled in some way. In my case, it was a need to go blind.
Yeah, so basically it is a way for them to oh, I don't know how to put it into words. Basically they feel an urge to hurt themselves. Whenever you were younger, did you ever feel an urge to pull your tooth out, or I don't know, jump out in front of a train? I know that sounds really big to put out there, but whenever I was younger, I'd have a really weird urge to jump off buildings. I don't know why. I'd never do, but I did feel that urge. In her case, her urge was make herself blind, and she ended up following through with it.
9 years ago, Jewel took the drastic decision to blind herself, and she researched the method she would use.
Oh god, so she's been blind for 9 years. I'm assuming that she learnt Braille. Would she get disability benefit? Is that a thing in America? The American system's slightly different to the UK one. But if you purposely made yourself blind, would you get disability benefits for that? I really do feel bad for she done this to herself.
I found that lye is very painful, although it does get the job done. I found that drain cleaner is little less painful.
Wait, is this thing she's talking about putting in her eyesight? I don't know what that was. I think she said dye or rye or something like that. What is that? Why is she literally putting that in her eye? Also, I didn't pick my nose. I was scratching it before you asked.
Although it does a lot of damage to the eye. Because drain cleaner was easily available to me, I went with that.
So she put that in her eye. I don't know how to feel about it. Originally I felt bad for it, but then I read the comments, and all the comments were why would you do that to yourself? I mean, losing your eyesight is a real thing, and she basically purposely done it.
She found a psychologist willing to help her.
Wait, she met a psychologist who helped make her blind. Can this person be fired and put into jail? They shouldn't be able to do that. So tell me she went to somebody and they literally helped her ruin her eyesight by putting stuff in her eyes.
And after 2 weeks of working together to make sure she was ready, they carried out Jewel's plan.
I laid down on the sofa and he sat next to me. Dropped 2 drops into each eye.
So we literally helped her make herself blind. Hello, can this person literally be arrested? This should actually be a crime. She's literally completely ruined her eyesight and somebody's went out there and helped her do it.
My eyes were screaming. I had some drain cleaner going down my cheek.
Of course you would. It's literally drain cleaner in your eyes. Oh my god, that's quite crazy how something like that can literally make you blind. If I'm ever using that stuff, I'm gonna be scared it's accidentally gonna splash into my eyeball.
Burning my skin. In the moment, all I could think of was I'm going blind.
So that's literally what you wanted, but why would you want to do that? I don't know how to feel about it. Yet again, I felt bad for it at the start of the video, but now I don't. She literally has purposely done this to herself. A lot of people don't choose their disabilities, but she chose to turn herself blind. I'm telling you, people like this should not be allowed disability allowance. She actually should be put in a mental home.
After waiting half an hour to make sure the damage was done, the psychologist took Jewel to hospital, where doctors fought to save her sight.
So the psychologist literally done it and then took her to hospital. So she's ruined her eyesight, now she's ruined hospital time, and she's probably gonna get hit by a big fine. I don't know if insurance would cover that, but if they're watching this, I really hope they charge her money.
When I woke up the following day, I was joyful until I turned on my back, opened my eyes, and could see the TV screen.
So they literally fought to save her eyesight, and they saved it, and she was not happy. I'm telling you, this woman's actually a psychopath. People like this are genuinely actually dangerous. We need to keep people like this away from normal people.
I was so enraged, and I thought that it hadn't worked.
Well, obviously, if you can literally see, it's not gonna work. I mean, over time, if you do it again, it will literally ruin your eyesight. Yet again, she has got like a thing wrong with her that makes her want to do this to herself. But it's like, why would you want to do that? Like, she literally probably had such beautiful eyes beforehand. I'm just happy that I'm normal and I'm not like this. Like, I'm so happy I don't have stuff like this wrong with me. You know, people are literally born blind and they like fight for the ability to be able to see, and she's out here ruining her eyes.
Then over about 6 months, the sight in both eyes slowly went away.
So she basically started to become blind because she put poison stuff in her eyes. I mean, yeah, that's what happened. Yet again, why would somebody help her do this? Like, that person literally needs to be arrested. They're meant to be like, what were they, a psychiatrist or like a whatever? What they done to her is basically like saying to an anorexic person, yeah, you should starve yourself until you die. Like, it's stupid.
I was so happy. I felt that this was who I was supposed to be.
Who you were supposed to be. So basically, you were meant to be a blind person. I honestly wish we could swap a blind person and her around. Take her eyesight away and give her eyesight to somebody who needs it.
While Jewel was happy, her actions cost her her relationship with her family, but this was something she'd been building up to throughout her life.
So she literally lost her family because of this. I mean, I don't blame them. If like my mum done that, I'd be looking at her and I'd be like, why? But she does have something wrong with her, so it makes you think maybe, oh, I don't know. It's like one of them things where it's like, obviously she's mentally ill and she's like done this to herself, but it's like there's a reason why she's done it. It's something wrong with her head.
I first developed the idea that I need to be blind when I was around 6 years old.
Okay, so apparently this all started at the age of 6. What could have happened? Like, did her mum say to her, oh, I never want you to be blind, and then that made her want to be blind? I mean, whenever I was younger, my mum and dad just always say, like, don't push your teeth out because they will fall out, and then for some reason I have like a really weird urge of like trying to rip them out.
I was told by my mother that if I looked into the sun, I'd go blind.
Okay, so this started as a mother saying something good to her daughter and it made her spiral. I mean, looking at her whenever she was younger, she literally had the most beautiful eyes ever. She had amazing eyes.
And so I stared into the sun for hours on end.
And that is where it started. Yeah, oh my god, I don't know how to feel about it. Yet again, I feel bad for her, but then it's like, why would you do that? Like, why would you literally do it?
Thinking about being blind made me feel comfortable.
Why would that make you feel comfortable? You literally lose your eyesight. Also, if you go into this video and look through the comments, the blind people are furious. Losing your eyesight is such like a big thing. Like, it really does affect you. I don't want to be blind. Like, my mom wears glasses and like I'm very lucky I've got really good eyesight, but there's always a possibility that you will lose your eyesight, and that is terrifying.
I was blind simming, which is pretending to be blind.
Oh, come on. So she literally was pretended to be blind. Do you reckon if her mum never said to like not look up at the sun whenever she was 6, this wouldn't have happened? It's quite crazy to think how in your life, if certain situations didn't happen, you would have been shaped completely different. Would this have been one of them with her?
Becoming blind was definitely a difficult decision to make. I tried to avoid it.
You tried to avoid it, and then you literally got like a specialist, like a person who's meant to be smart and help people, to literally help you do it. Yet again, where is that person? Surely they should be arrested. I mean, if you help out somebody murder somebody, you literally get charged for like helping them out. So why hasn't this woman got charged, and why hasn't the person who helped her got charged?
But it kept coming up in my head, and by the time I was 21, it was a non-stop alarm that was going off.
So it literally became an obsession with her becoming blind. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's an odd time where I'll get obsessed with stuff, but it's never like harming myself in this way. Obviously there's other people with like this issue out in the world, or they like trying to like cut their limbs off. I bet you there is.
As extreme as Jewel's case sounds, she is not alone. Dr. Michael First is a leading expert on the condition. He even coined the term BIID to describe it.
Okay, so this professional's obviously going to tell us what it is. I mean, I think I kind of know what it is, but like, it's so sad and it kind of scary that there's people out there that have it. I mean, I really hope I don't get this in my life.
A lot of people who have this just live with it, but they don't take that step of actually actualizing it.
I mean, yeah, maybe I have it, because like sometimes whenever I'm like at a train station, I really want to jump out in front of the trains. Obviously I'd never do it because like I can control it, but like she obviously couldn't control it, and she's now like completely ruined her eyesight.
But a significant minority of people with this have the feeling so strongly that they will go and do something to make it happen.
So it isn't just eyesight, it's like a load of things. Thinking about it now, what could that be? Like body modification? I don't know about that, probably not. Maybe like cutting off limbs, or like doing stuff to yourself, like extreme body modifications. And that is a thing that people do. People literally ruin their bodies.
Our job is to reduce suffering however it's possible. Of question is, what could be done?
Exactly, like what could be done. Obviously in her case somebody literally helped her do it. I mean, if someone like her does have like that issue, what do you do? Like they probably will try to take their eyesight in the future, or like eventually. Is there like medication you could put them on to like try to like change their brain?
People have tried therapy, they've tried medication. None of those have really been successful.
So obviously there is like no real way to like combat it. It kind of is like addiction, like it's in the back of your head and you want to like go back to it, but you just have to like kind of like battle through it. Yet again, I don't know how to feel. Like I feel bad for her, but then I also don't. Like I low-key do have like a small amount of hatred towards her. I think it's a fact if you go for all the comments, there are people who are literally blind or like struggle with blindness or are currently going through blindness and like starting to lose their eyesight. They're all angry.
Initially apprehensive, Jewel has now told her friends in the blind community about how she took her own sight.
How are they gonna react? They're probably gonna be looking at her and thinking, why would you do that? You literally had perfectly good eyes and you've ruined your eyesight, something which I want. Like I want good eyesight.
I told her that I didn't care, that I think there's no resentment for her voluntarily taking her eyesight. That's not who I am.
So he doesn't care that his ex-fiance literally took her eyesight. This seems like a dangerous fiance. Like if my friend literally done that, I'd be looking at her and I'd be thinking, what is wrong with you, sunshine?
I just don't think I've ever known anyone who had that condition. I think there's a lot understood in the medical community.
I mean, these people seem so nice, but it's like if I were blind, I'd be looking at her and being like, what are you doing? This is like a white person doing full blackface, like basically tanning to the point that they look black and then going to black communities and pretending to be black. You know, it's not acceptable.
Does this affect our friendship at all?
No, actually, I want to thank you for sharing it with me. I think it's a really inspiring story, actually.
Oh god, don't know how to feel about that. It's definitely not inspiring. More humiliating for you because like she's literally done something that she didn't need to do. Oh my god, this video is actually making me like, oh my god, I can't speak. This video is making my brain hurt. Do you want to know something? I'm gonna end it there because I can genuinely feel my brain cells starting to combust. That was the woman who made herself blind. Obviously she's got a condition which makes herself like want to do stuff to herself, but I don't know why I'd want to do it. Anyways, that is the end of the video. If you are new, hit that big red subscribe button, and yes, I'll see you all in the next video.